That's why I am saying that it is the same. Hiring someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
The View and Whoopi Goldberg and her take on why we are now involved in the Iran war. Believe it or not, it's going to tie Nancy Guthrie and Iran together.
Imagine a moment when one of daytime TV's strongest voices didn't just argue with a famous talk show legend. She completely tore apart her whole argument in just 60 seconds. This isn't just a rumor or a guess. It was a total TV takeover. Megyn Kelly didn't simply disagree with Whoopi Goldberg. She carefully broke down Whoopi's points one by one right there under the studio lights. The boldness of that moment is something many people won't forget. Was this the moment people felt the TV industry had finally lost touch with reality? Or did Whoopi walk into a tough situation without realizing it? Stay with us, because this heated showdown is the kind of TV moment that almost no one expected, but everyone ended up talking about.
Whoopi Goldberg, known for her commitment to facts, Miss, I feel so bad for all the little children that Matt Gaetz allegedly molested, who now will not be able to come forward. She's such a liar. This is what she came out to say on the issue of trans athletes.
When you look, transgender Americans, less than 1% of American adults identify as transgender.
Right. Yeah.
And when you add in youth who identify as transgender, that number comes to just about 1.4.
If you enjoy watching big media showdowns like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. Your support helps us keep bringing you these in-depth stories. What started as a normal daytime TV conversation, just another panel discussion with a little tension, quickly turned into a shocking moment that left even the production crew stunned. Whoopi Goldberg, known for her quick thinking and strong confidence, unexpectedly stepped into a very difficult debate. It was the kind of situation that even experienced TV commentators usually try to avoid. The whole moment felt so unreal that it almost seemed planned. But believe it or not, this was completely real and happened right in front of everyone.
I have heard from in certain circles, I don't want to just get specific, that you're not allowed to darken your skin as any sort of a costume, or it's racist. I heard that. I'm trying to remember where I heard that, but I definitely heard from many, many leftists, you are not allowed to do that. It's racist. It's always been racist. Don't pay any attention to the fact that Billy Crystal opened the Oscars wearing blackface. The point is, it's always been racist, and everybody always knew that. Enter Whoopi Goldberg with a solution to how to handle ICE being at the Super Bowl looking for illegals.
Then came a moment when Whoopi Goldberg shared a bold idea about how to deal with ICE agents who were patrolling the Super Bowl and looking for undocumented immigrants. The mood changed right away. Viewers could feel that something big was about to happen. And they were right. Megyn Kelly, with her well-known sharp stare that always grabs everyone's attention, leaned forward with the calm confidence of someone who believed she already had the winning argument. She was not just doubtful. She looked completely unconvinced. Megyn Kelly was ready to challenge Whoopi's comments and make her position clear for everyone watching.
And it's, I was thinking about it yesterday because I thought, well, okay, why haven't we been talking about Savannah Guthrie and what's going on there?
And her mother.
Why have we not been talking about the Epstein files? Because that's still there.
Yeah.
This is meant to get us so worked up that we are unable to see anything else.
The moment Whoopi started talking, the mood in the studio changed. What she said next was presented as being so far from the truth that the audience went completely silent, with many seeming to wonder if common sense had disappeared from the room. Later, fact-checkers across the country would react with surprise, and late-night comedians would have more than enough material for countless monologues.
I mean, that is true crazy talk. How does ABC allow this person to go on the air every day and talk to us about the news? We launched the Iran war, in which 7 U.S. service personnel have died, and the latest is
140 have been wounded. Most not seriously, thank God, but some seriously. That President Trump would do that to distract from the Nancy Guthrie skin. I'm sorry to laugh. It's just the absurdity of it is so readily apparent.
A quick look crossed Whoopi's face, the kind of expression that made it seem like something big was about to happen, whether it turned out to be brilliant or a complete disaster. The whole exchange felt like it was racing toward a crash. She made a claim that was described as being so far from reality that people watching online seemed to react with surprise all across the country. Megyn, known for staying calm and speaking with sharp precision, leaned forward. She looked completely stunned, almost as if she was trying not to laugh. The studio lights made every small reaction on her face easy to see. When she finally spoke, she chose her words carefully and calmly, answering each point one by one. As she continued, the argument began to fall apart piece by piece. In Megyn's view, it had no real support, and she worked to make that point clear. The audience, expecting nothing more than a normal TV argument, soon realized they were watching a moment that many people would keep talking about. It quickly became the kind of TV clash that spread across social media, leading to endless clips, memes, and online discussions for months afterward.
Get a little cocoa butter, sit in the sun. That's the first thing. and this is the only time you can probably ever do this, give yourself a Latin accent.
You know, Whoopi, that is such a good idea.
And see if she can tell who's who.
Okay, you get the cocoa butter and you tan your face with it, and then you speak in a Spanish accent, and that's fine. And you know what? At least Whoopi is consistent, because Whoopi actually was fine with Ted Danson wearing actual minstrel face, blackface, like the deeply offensive stuff from like the 40s films. She stood right next to him when he did that at a roast. She thought it was hilarious.
The irony was impossible to miss. Whoopi, who has long been known for her sharp opinions and quick wit, seemed to drift so far from reality that she left the door wide open for Megyn to step in. And Megyn did exactly that. It turned into a rare TV moment where calm confidence and steady logic went head-to-head with an argument that was starting to fall apart. Every point Megyn made did more than challenge the facts. Each response came at just the right time, leaving many people in the audience nodding along while trying not to laugh. Instead of getting angry, Megyn gave a slow, confident smile. It was the kind of smile that said everything without saying a single word. She looked ready to take apart the entire argument in front of millions of viewers, many of whom were suddenly very glad they had kept watching instead of changing the channel.
That's crazy talk. The Epstein thing is also crazy, but it's been more widespread. So, like, that's your standard garden variety leftist crazy talking point. The stuff about, like, Nancy Guthrie. Trump doesn't want people talking about Nancy Guthrie, so we invaded Iran. Not invaded, but attacked. What? That's insane. That's not a well person.
What could have turned into a loud shouting match became a lesson in calm and careful debating instead. Every move seemed perfectly timed to keep people watching while strongly pushing back against the other side's arguments. The difference between the two made the moment even more striking. Whoopi looked completely confident, giving the impression that she believed she had already won the debate. Megyn, on the other hand, wore a slight smile mixed with a calm, thoughtful expression. It felt like two very different ways of thinking were meeting head-on. Confidence faced control. Strong emotion met careful precision. Megyn was not just responding to what was being said. She always seemed to stay one step ahead. Every point that came her way was answered with a quick, clear reply that sounded confident and well-prepared. What started as a simple debate quickly grew into something much bigger, with Megyn staying in control while the other side struggled to keep up. The whole exchange almost felt unreal. One side showed complete confidence, while the other answered with calm, focused arguments that left very little room for a comeback. As the debate continued, the tension kept building. Everyone in the room could feel that something memorable was about to happen. Watch this incredible moment.
Watch this moment where, of course, predictably, naturally, Oprah tries to make it about herself. And you can see Whoopi kind of recoil. Watch.
When we talk about Black excellence, We're talking about Quincy.
My life changed forever and for the better after meeting him. He actually discovered me for The Color Purple, which was my first film.
Yeah. Me too.
You can see Whoopi like kind of pull away from her.
At one key moment, Kelly paused for just a second, giving everyone time to think about what Whoopi had just said. Her words hung in the air like a question that no one knew how to answer. The audience leaned forward, waiting to hear what Kelly would say next. When she finally responded, her reply was clear, direct, and so well-timed that it cut through all the confusion. It shocked both the panel in the studio and people watching online. What made the moment so powerful was not only what she said, it was the way she said it. Calm, careful, and full of quiet confidence. She made her point without ever losing her composure. The debate quickly turned into something much more intense, with moments that almost felt funny because of the back-and-forth rhythm, while still carrying a serious edge. One side seemed to be searching for answers, while the other calmly pushed back against every weak argument. As the discussion continued, the holes in the reasoning became harder and harder to ignore, and the main argument slowly fell apart under the steady pressure of Kelly's replies.
Despite the fact that she's like another Michelle Obama. Despite the fact that she is one of the richest, most successful Americans in U.S. history. She's one of those people who's got the EGOT, the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. She's been lauded on every stage. She's a movie star. She's a household name. She hosts this show every day where she gets to express her opinions. She's a multi-millionaire. She still complains regularly.
For just a brief moment, so quick that many people may not have even noticed, Whoopi seemed to realize that the conversation had slipped out of her control. But by then, it was already too late. Megyn's calm delivery and steady arguments had already taken control of the discussion. The momentum had changed, and during a live TV debate, once that happens, it is very hard to get it back. What happened next was no longer just about who won or who lost. It became about the clear difference between the two sides. One side kept trying to defend a position that seemed to be falling apart, while the other answered with calm confidence and sharp humor that kept the conversation focused, intense, and hard to look away from. Viewers stayed glued to the debate, waiting for every new sentence, every pause, and every moment that pushed the exchange forward. And Megyn delivered at every step.
Whoopi Goldberg, speaking of actresses who don't know how to act.
People on both sides of the aisle are saying the account from Nome and Bovine does not seem to match what they watched with their own two eyes. So the question is,
you're an idiot.
How long can they continue this? They murdered a man. He is standing, he has his phone, and he has a bottle of water. He has his phone and a bottle of water, and they shot him 10 times.
Then came the final moment. Kelly did not raise her voice or try to overpower anyone. Instead, she gave a calm, clear response that made an even bigger impact. She brought together every contradiction, pointed out every gap in the argument, and wrapped it all into one simple, well-structured reply that left almost no room for confusion. It was not loud, and it was not dramatic. That was exactly what made it so powerful. The room reacted right away. People laughed, looked surprised, and cheered as her point seemed to hit home. What had started as a heated debate now felt much easier for everyone to follow. Every weakness in the argument seemed to be out in the open for everyone to see. Then came a short, heavy silence, the kind that often follows a major live TV moment when people are still taking it all in. Within minutes, clips of the exchange were spreading all over social media. People were not just talking about the words that were spoken. They were also breaking down the timing, the self-control, the pace of the debate, and the careful way Kelly handled each response. The clip quickly became one of those unforgettable moments that people kept sharing, discussing, and replaying, not just because of the drama, but because they wanted to watch the debate unfold step by step in real time.
Part of the torture that intelligent people have to endure being on this earth is being surrounded by idiots like that. It's not easy. It's not easy. You think it's like easy. It's a gift to have two brain cells. The audience is feeling it with me right now. It's not. It's not a gift. It's actually a curse. Sometimes I'd rather be an idiot. I'd rather be somebody who can sit in that view audience and be like, yeah, he was just standing there with his phone and his water bottle. God, they're so mean. Like what's the name of that actress? Yeah, it makes me want a hot dog real bad. What's her name? Jennifer.
This was not just another TV segment. It was the kind of moment that grabs people's attention and keeps them talking. The clash of strong opinions and sharp responses turned what started as a normal panel discussion into a major talking point. Megyn Kelly's performance stood out because of her timing, clear points, and calm confidence. Instead of getting caught up in the chaos, she stayed focused and used careful reasoning along with well-timed humor to guide the conversation where she wanted it to go. That mix of calm control and strong responses is what made the clip so interesting to watch. By the end, it was clear that the segment had touched a nerve. It was not because of yelling or big dramatic moments, but because of the confidence and direct way the argument was delivered. The huge difference between their styles made the exchange something people would remember. And that tension is exactly what made viewers go back, study the moment, and keep the discussion going even after the cameras stop rolling.
Whoopi Goldberg was angry when Alyssa pointed out that Trump went to the funeral of Officer Diller.
Yes.
On Long Island, and Joe Biden went to a podcast. Look at Whoopi Goldberg's reaction.
Choose what you like there, but for Republicans, it was good imagery.
Really?
One day later, yes.
And I'm asking that because I was so offended because you know who showed up.
Yeah.
And he was, whether he was asked or not. This
But he
is a
was
man
invited.
who didn't care what happened to the officers on January 6th.
She promotes Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Ultimately, the true power of this unforgettable clash was not just about two different opinions going against each other. It was about how strong reasoning, perfect timing, and sharp responses shaped every moment of the conversation. A normal debate turned into something people could not stop watching because of the calm and careful way it played out. It showed that the way someone speaks and delivers an argument can completely change how powerful that message feels. With a calm approach and perfectly timed replies, a tense disagreement became a moment that was both entertaining and made people think. It was never just about who was talking. It was about the energy of the moment as it happened live under the bright studio lights, with millions of people watching and unable to look away. That combination of confidence, clear thinking, and sharp humor is what made this segment stand out. And it is the reason people are still replaying and discussing it even after the cameras stop rolling. And with that, we wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.